here I am. I'm on the bike trail, ready to go gift the bipedal humanoid creature, goat man, dog man, skinwalkers at Skinwalker Island or Dogman Island. I am GappaMagix. Keep going for a little bit here. Pause it till I get there. Check it out. A header from a 4-cylinder, or possibly from a motorcycle with 4 pipes. That is well good! Or it could be from like a Datsun or a Volvo. Not for sure, really. Set the bike right there. The bag is still there, but it looks like it's empty. And I love Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks, and I saw your mom and she forgot that I existed. Love that tune. Noah Kahan. I don't know how to enunciate that man's name. That's a great tune though. First time I heard it was on the radio. Part of me was watching, or I listened to this other podcast by myself about cryptids that have a hole in a lake or in a pond, and like somehow they're like a beaver where they somehow dig out the area and then it goes up into another spot which is also under the ground that has air pocket. Now, if you recall the other video when I was down here where it had the piece of bread laying right next to the edge of the water, hypothetically there could be something like, whoa, hey, I'm like surfing on a door, yeah, that was well good. And anyway, my apologies for clowning like that. This is not a joke, but I am, how you say, just listen to that video about possible cryptids that have a dwelling as if they're like a beaver. And oh my god, look at this, there's a little tennis ball right there too, like literally just, you know, something to fuck around with or whatever for it. Hey, that's badass graffiti art right there. Sa! It means yes. Now, where I found the piece of bread, it was like this right here, right next to this right here, about right there where the camera's pointed. And if you look at this, we'll talk about this again. I don't believe this is a widowmaker that fell. I believe this is put there, stuck in there, you know, and it's in there pretty good. And all of a sudden it just stopped. All the noise. But anyway, hypothetically, like I said, the railroad's right there. There's 3 tracks or 2 tracks of railroad there, which trains could go either way, I'm pretty sure. I'm not for sure all the way, possibly, or is it just a switching station where they have to sometimes junction them? But anyway, meaning this as well, there's a semi-truck operation or whatever you want to call it, business, that building and the building across the street, meaning hypothetically from what I've read and listened to on podcasts, a skinwalker or Manadu or Dogman can or could, if they wanted to, hop on the semi-truck, hide on there somehow. And anyway, I just want to bring that to the facts here, where these creatures came from. And then, as well, the woods. There's big woods outside of this city. And I'll pick this up once I'm done. Promise. Anyway, now I do the ritual. Alright, I can go in. right here. Use that leaf to part of it on. This time I'm gonna put it up a little higher, just to see here, because deer can get at it. We're gonna see if it's deer. We're gonna see if it's creature. If you wonder where my jacket is, the zipper broke. It's getting fixed. And anyway, there's bread in here. This is another jacket. It's made from a company in Buffalo, New York. And I got it at a thrift store, believe it or not, for $30. So this thing must have cost at least $150 brand new. Okay. That's higher now for sure. That's 6 foot high. Okay, so something tall will have to get it. That's what. To be honest, that's what Satan told me to do. He wants to know, and he knows that this thing's smart. There ain't gonna come, or it ain't gonna be here if there's a camera posted. Meaning, a lot of these creatures or cryptics, they have an ability where they sense a camera, and you can see how you say sometimes you see just like a leg or maybe a small part of them, and you don't quite know what to determine creature is, said creature. And anyway, meaning, oh, hold on, bless it. All right, now the bread's there. There's about 8 pieces in there, 7.5. And anyway, I don't want to fall right here, so this time I'm gonna have to walk sideways, kind of like I'm standing on a snowboard or skateboard. It is slippery right now. Anyway, back to about the legend about hanging on the semi-truck. You watch any podcast, you're gonna hear at least one story, especially if you watch a multiple one, like a story where the narrator's reading what the people send him on email or leave a message on his answer machine, and basically you listen to enough of them, you're gonna hear what I talked about, and it's true. Now, you believe me or not, this is a story I'm gonna tell you now. I wasn't gonna talk about this story because I didn't have the phone on record on the dash cam mounter, excuse me. I don't know if that train heard me or cut off my sentence. The dash cam mounter on the dash of the vehicle. And anyway, this is just the other day, and I'm gonna tell you what I saw was a tail from longer than my arm, wagging like that, like whatever it was a dogman creature. I think it was a female one. They say they have longer tails, but long story short, it was, how you say, ducking into the ditch, where it's like it knew it couldn't really do much besides dive into the ditch and kind of lay on the grass right there, and it didn't know it had its tail up still in the air. I don't know. I'm gonna swear on my soul on that. Swear on everybody's soul on the planet, I saw something, a long tail, and it was real, and it wasn't white, it wasn't gray, it was like reddish, brownish, yellow at the same time, all 3 colors at once. Shit laying everywhere around here, breaking big glass pieces. Have to pick that up later on. I ain't got no bag to put that in. I realized that's when I should have brought another bag. I got that other bag that I got my lunch in, a water bottle. Need that bag in case something happens, pop open. I don't want to wreck the backpack. But I'll come back down here and pick all this up. And anyway, we'll take a look here one time here. I still think it's Goat Man. Can't be proven though. Dog Man, Goat Man, Satan himself maybe, I don't know. And at the end of the day, I mean, like for instance, this rock, I don't think this rock was here last time. Just sitting there, ready to be picked up and tossed. Alter it a little bit. And this is what I'm talking about right here. It did that. I don't believe a man or a lady or a kid did that, or a human. I don't believe none of that. It takes a lot of time and effort to stretch that around there, and it's stuck there. You know what I mean? It's positioned that way, and just felt the eerie feeling. Yeah. Well, that's enough of that. Look at this too. You want to talk about strength? This is ripped out of the ground. Okay? You don't believe me? This is the roots of the tree. I am not joking at all. This is ripped out of the ground. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Meaning this. I didn't really film this before because I had better things to talk about, but since we talked about all those things, we're talking about stuff we see now. Look at this. This is literally like roots. Okay? Not that I don't know if it's going to eat those roots or not, but it's ripped out of the damn ground. Now, I don't know where it came from, but the point is, it is ripped off of the ground. And that's all I have to really say about it. We'll film over here for a second. What's this? I was looking at this last time. It's like wrapped around the tree somehow. How? Look at this. It's stuck here. That tree's in the dirt. And this is on there somehow. I don't even know what to say. So that was on the ground, hypothetically, and that tree grew through that, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to really understand what I'm looking at. Hey, look at, there's another one of them things. Like up at 8th Street Hill, but this is a little different. Someone's dope bag too. But this is one of them sign holders. Hold a sign right there with that thing. Sign stand, or whatever you want to call it. What's this? Here's another one of them pieces of trim for a vehicle. This tree's alive still. It's got green coming out of it. If you look at this stuff, I mean, it is kind of like, there's a small, look like a track path right here. Look at Captain Hook. I don't know what to say about all this stuff. I mean, it almost looks like it's put here and is like sorting through it. Found all this junk and brought it here. Hey, what's that? That's pretty cool. Is this a Cadillac emblem? No way. That's badass. This is some type of emblem. I don't know. I want that. I'm keeping that. Dogman should have kept that in his hand. And I love Vermont, but I got this Cadillac emblem, and it's so badass. I can't believe it that I found it. Alright, that was well good song right there. Hold on, let's set this right here. Set this in this trunk of the tree here. Watch this. Like that. Look at that thing. This is well good. I don't know if it's old school Oldsmobile 388 rocket, because Oldsmobile had stuff like that, kind of little red marking like that. It may be I'm not sure if it's the right name of the car either, but I know Oldsmobile made cars, and I know that they had a unique symbol. And I know Oldsmobile was similar to Cadillac or Buick or Pontiac. And anyway, keeping that. Now I got this little piece bag right here with one of these and put it in. Whoops. Can't only pick up my trash right now. I don't have enough power to, or how you say, a bag to put it all in. Need a bag to put it in. So technically the bag is power, if you think about it, because you're putting it in something and it needs that something to, how you say, stay how you want it. If that makes any sense. Voila, look at that. And I found me a hood ornament, and I so badass. And you find something like that, and you know you got some class. See, I could, if I would have just left, I would never found that. And they say that, oh, that's dumb finding stuff. Oh yeah, that's a antique hood ornament. You people are dumb if you think that's dumb. Anyone who thinks that was stupid, basically just unsubscribe from my channel right now. And anyway, this is a trail right here. Hey, look at, someone's painting, tagging it up. Oh, I knew it. It was here recently too. Dogman poop. That is, how you say, fresh one too. You can tell, but I'm not a poop toucher, but that thing is what's it called? That is a fresh turd. Now, that's a sign of it. See here, you can see his deer, or potentially wolfman, since there's this right there. I mean, it's literally right here, I think. Can't be proven though, but I think it is. Glass right here. There's a whole bunch of shit everywhere down here. There's that tree. Ow! Stinks right here all of a sudden. Must have been marking, standing right there probably. That's probably what it likes to do. It's pretty cool, probably. Stand in the center of that tree. Or 4 or 5 trees put at once. How many is there? 4, 5, technically 5, 6 coming out of the same tree. This almost became a vine. It decided to be a tree though. And this poor guy is falling apart. Oh no, it's still alive slightly. Right here, got broken. But that's pretty cool. How hey, look at. This is where I came. This is just a different view. It looks a little different when you're. It's slightly at this angle compared to the other angle. Now, hypothetically now. All right, let's just talk hypotheticals once. The train's parked here, as you can see. Now, if it wanted to, it would climb up top there, right on top of that, until it stops, because it knows once it stops, it only has like 30 seconds to jump off. So it'll take its time and walk down however it got up there. This is all hypothetically, if it is smart enough to ride a train, like I believe. Just heard something. Anyway, though, I'm not gonna walk over there. People are working on trains and whatnot. You know, I don't want to be considered a bum. I'm doing research, not bum work. Finding that hood ornament. That right there, I promise you, once I clean it up, I could sell that. Maybe even $100. Once I find out what kind of hood ornament it is. What's it called? It may be from a possible semi-truck or a foreign work truck, or it could also be from a motorcycle. So anyway, I'm gonna sign off right now. I am GappaMagix.